Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to All Faiths Unitarian Congregation. We're a small but mighty fine crowd here this morning. Thank you for showing up. Could I ask you all to please silence your cell phones if you haven't done that yet? I'm Regina Kilmartin, and I will be the worship associate this morning. So here at All Faiths, you will find an inclusive spiritual community where we welcome people with many beliefs. You can bring your whole self, your full identity, your questioning mind, and your expansive heart. We have more than one way of experiencing the world and understanding the sacred. So no matter who you are, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, and whomever you love, you are always welcome here. Is anyone visiting for the first or second time? Show of hands. Anybody back from the north? Welcome back. We're glad to see you, Jeff and Eileen. This month, the announcements are on the back of your order of service. We do have a potluck coming up this week. And what else is going on? It's all right there. Rainbow Connections is today after the service. We have the potluck on Wednesday. Domino's is starting again on Friday the 13th.
Gina, we've had a conflict on one form said Wednesday, one form said Thursday. Is it Wednesday?
The potluck is Wednesday
Okay.
at 6 o'clock. There's a sign-up sheet on the bulletin board, so you can sign up over there. And if it says Thursday, cross it off and put Wednesday. Anyway, if you would please rise and body your, did I go through everything?
Yeah.
Okay. If you would please rise and body your spirit as we sing hymn number 361, Enter, Rejoice, and Come In.
Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone.
Today will be a joyful day.
Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
At this time, I'd like to ask Jeff Moran if he would please come up and light our chalice. Good. And while he does that, if you would recite the words that are in your order of service. Why a flaming chalice? The question comes. It's the cup of life, we answer. A cup of blessings overflowing. A cup of water to quench our spirit's thirst. A cup of wine for celebration and dedication. The flame of truth, the fire of purification. Oil for anointing, healing. Out of chaos, fear, and horror. Thus was the symbol crafted a generation ago. So may it be for us.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's so good to see all of you. I'm sorry that Alberita Johnson is still suffering from COVID, which she got on her return. I thought her original sermon today was going to be upon our return. And I think she changed that because upon our return, she came down with COVID. So we had a little change, and I'm going to start our joys and sorrows by lighting a candle for Albie in hopes that she will recover soon. And then I invite you to come forward and share your joys, sorrows, or gratitude. We have so much to be grateful for. I'd like to hear some gratitude.
Hi, I'm Eileen Moran, as you already know. We just got back from Pennsylvania. Is this on? Yeah. Okay. I have a joy. Our daughter was diagnosed a couple months ago with bladder cancer, and she has come through her treatment with flying colors. Yeah.
That is a great joy.
Yeah.
We're so grateful for modern medicine that saves our
Modern medicine, they treated her with the TB vaccine. It's immunotherapy. It's insane.
Okay, anyone else? Joys, sorrows, gratitude? Ron, I know he's grateful.
Hi, I'm Ron Aplanop, and I would like to share a sorrow. A dear friend, co-worker, incredible physician, incredible husband and young father was killed yesterday on Winkler in a horrible, horrible accident, and it's such a loss.
So we can light a candle for your departed friend. But I know you're grateful for the success of the surgery on your neck. So life is a mixed blessing. Okay, anyone else? Okay, I'm going to light this candle for all the joys and sorrows that you have in your hearts. And may you remember those who cannot be with us. Give them phone calls, emails, visits. Take care of our loved ones in whatever way we can, and have a blessed, blessed life.
At this time, we'll sing our children off to Child and Youth Program. The words are in your order of service.
May the spirit of love surround you everywhere you may go.
And at this time, I'd like to ask everyone to close their eyes and take a deep breath. Center yourself as we turn our minds and our spirits to today's service. And if you would please rise in body or spirit as we sing hymn number 123, Spirit of Life.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing my heart all the strings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hands, the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Okay, that'll get your attention. Spirit, be calm. All right. That's my favorite hymn. To me, it just says it all. And it reminded me of a saying the Dalai Lama said, give the ones you love wings to fly, and roots to come back, and reasons to stay. I like that addition of the reasons to stay. Our opening words today are a house of welcoming. Here, find a house of welcoming. Here, find vision and hope. Here, be received as you truly are, unique and beautiful. Your journey acknowledged, your love honored. Let us rejoice together as we start over with Carlos.
Word number 1009, meditation on breathing. When I breathe in, I'll breathe out peace. When I breathe out, is that wrong? I'll breathe out love. Sorry about that. My apologies. May we all turn to 1031. That's the opening number. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be whole. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May you be whole. And may we be filled with loving kindness. May we be filled. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be well.
Well, thank you for bearing with us today as we go through a whole bunch of weird things happening. I think the spirits are stirring in the atmosphere somewhere, but we'll get through it. Thank you for your patience. And today's reading is quite appropriate because it's a responsive reading. So I'm going to say one thing and you can respond. Responsive in your order of service with, here is a place to forgive and be forgiven. Mike's not on. Afraid to touch anything electronic. Anyway, your response will be, here is a place to forgive and to be forgiven. For those who we have hurt in any way, whether through words or deeds or thoughts, here is a place to forgive and be forgiven. For the excuses we have made just to be right, here is a place. For the blame we have placed on someone else again and again. For passing up the opportunity to help because we were afraid. For hiding the truth from someone. Here's a place. For working beyond the anger and resentment. For the times I have not felt heard. Here is the place to forgive and be forgiven. Forgiveness is never easy, whether for yourself or someone else. But here is a place to forgive and be forgiven. And now, if you would please rise in body or spirit for hymn number 109. 109, okay.
Since it's very short, we'll sing the top line 3 times when I breathe in, and the second line 2 times after that. Next time we do this, we're going to actually do it in a round. But for now, just 3 times and 2 times when I breathe in. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe out love. Second part. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. Everybody. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. One more time. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe in, one of each. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love.
Well, we are going to begin again in love. Get ready, get set, go. Today I want to talk about journeys. There's something special that happens when one embarks on a new journey. They're filled with twists and turns, highs and lows, beginnings and endings. Some are exhilarating and filled with joy, while others are like a nightmare. But they all are heroic, particularly when one embarks on a spiritual journey. Just think of the adrenaline rushing through you. Remember when you were a child and you heard the words, ready, set, go, and off we would go. Sometimes there were no words. You simply hit a ball just right, and off we would go. Well, today, let us remember our journeys, both our grounding journeys and particularly our spiritual journeys, because they are often entirely different and filled with mysteries. For our purpose today, grounding journeys are those that are rooted in science, and spiritual journeys are those that are rooted in mystery. Spiritual journeys can be the most challenging because they're puzzling, filled with uncertainty, which we understand and are often a large part of most journeys. For many, spirituality and science are viewed on opposite ends of the same spectrum, and never the twain shall meet. thus causing a challenging predicament. However, the science of quantum physics suggests that solid matter does not exist in the universe, that atoms are not solid. In fact, they have 3 different subatomic particles inside them: protons, neutrons, and electrons. And since everything is made of atoms, which is energy, this could mean that everything is made of energy. Furthermore, the energy that makes you is the same energy that produces trees, rocks, the chair that you're sitting on, the phone, and the computer. It's all made of the same stuff, energy, the science of quantum physics. Now, for the religious or spiritually leaning folks, they may even deeply believe this energetic field as something holy, something or someone of awe, God, gods, goddesses. The science and spiritual, in this sense, are not divided. Instead, it's the same, depending upon your beliefs or your leanings. Well, today we journey. And what better journey to embark upon is one in which science and spirituality actually do meet. Many of us are familiar with the poet Edwin Markham. He was born in 1852 and became the poet laureate of Oregon from 1923 to 1931, and was invited to read his poem, Lincoln, Man of the People, at the dedication of the Lincoln Memorial in 1922. But UUs most often remember him for a tiny little poem called Outwitted that reads, "He drew a circle that shut me out, heretic, rebel, a thing to flout. But love and I had the wit to win. We drew a circle that took him in." The website Quest for Meaning, a ministry of the Church of the Larger Fellowship, invites us to think about Markham's poem in this way. He wanted to shut me out and say I didn't belong. He said that my beliefs made me someone who had to be pushed away. But because I lived from a place of love, I did something very clever and sneaky. I found a way to include and welcome him, even when he wasn't willing to include or welcome me. And that's Unitarian Universalism, y'all. Love big enough to offer belonging to every human soul. Not because everyone is like us, or even necessarily likable, but because love is big enough to include everyone. Kind of reminds me of my Auntie Muggs. She was, in her older age, she was dating a man named Clarence Connie, and I asked her, "Why don't you and Connie ever get married?" And she says, "Well, you know, I love him, but I don't always like him." So that's kind of what it's all about. We can love people even when they aren't likable. Outwitted was published in the San Francisco Examiner on January 15, 1899. It was the 19th century, 125 years ago. In 4 short, succinct, rhyming sentences, he gave us a snapshot of the beloved community, a picture of Unitarian universal love that embraces everyone, the greatest, most magnificent force ever. His poem teaches we should not give up. Instead, we are to love even when it's hard. That's sometimes challenging. I'm thinking of some of our politicians today, and it's something I'm working on. This is love in action, reaching and including, drawing in and making wider, bringing about transformation, even when it's difficult, even when we don't want to. We yield to love. In a few days, it will be the 23rd anniversary of the attack on America, when the World Trade Centers and the Pentagon were breached by airplanes whose pilots and others intended to die for their cause. Annually, as our ingathering and homecoming celebrations of water communion begin, let us remember those whose journeys ended that day. And at the end of this month, we're going to celebrate the water communion on September 29th. It's a UU celebration. We don't drink the water, but we bring samples of water that have meaning to us, and we pour them all together, and they all merge together. So swimming pool or bird bath or rainwater or something from the river or the ocean. On September 29th, I'll be wanting to remember about the water communion. So let us open our hearts and open the circle of our fellowship and beloved community to all those who are hurting, looking for a place to call home. Think of the homeless that our Heart for Homeless team care for those seeking refuge, in honor of those who were lost. Let us remember to let go, to forgive, to repent, and repair the damage we have caused to another soul. As we begin our ingathering this month, let us look forward to our journeys of awe and transformation that are before us. I believe we can push out and release any and all that inhibits our ability to begin again in love. Let us begin again in love. And I hope you agree that this is something possible and essential that we can do. Amen. Blessed be. And now, after our somber message, it's time for a little humor. And why do we do that? It makes us generous. So, a man trying to understand the nature of God asked him, God, how long is 1,000,000 years to you? God answered, 1,000,000 years is like a minute. Then the man asked, God, how much is $1,000,000 to you? God replied, $1,000,000 is like a penny. Finally, the man said, God, could you give me a penny? And God said, in a minute. We appreciate your generous contribution that enable us to provide all of our services, our wonderful staff, and our facilities, and our outreach projects into the community. Our offering will now be taken, and may your pennies turn into millions.
To review the song in the beginning, God only knows, and have half of you do that part at the end that it just repeats like a round. We'll give it a shot. Please sing along with me if you can. I may not always love you, as long as there are stars above you. You never need to doubt it. I'll make you so sure about it. God only knows what I'd be without you. If you should ever leave me, well, life will still go on, believe me. The world could show nothing to me, so what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without you.
Our closing words are to pass the peace. To pass the peace is a revolutionary act. It means to trust the outsider we fear, to wish well those who have hurt us, and to forgive at last even ourselves. To offer the blessing to those around you is to love your neighbor and yourself, and to be at peace with God. Pax vobiscum, salam, shalom, peace, peace, peace be upon you.
Again, if you know the lyrics, please sing along. I can see clearly now. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. All that had me down, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here's that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. A cappella. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I promise it will. Thank you. As I look at these flowers, that's how my mood was, my feelings were today, but we're going to be right. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos, for
Thank you.
sharing your music with us today. Thanks to Alberita for writing the messages and to Joyce Ramay for delivering it. We hope Albie will be back in the pulpit next week. And for everyone else who helps make our Sunday services possible. Thank you for all you do for all faiths. And at this time, I'd like to ask Jeff Moran to please come and extinguish the chalice. As you repeat the words that are in your order of service, we extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world. Now, please join us for coffee and conversation. Thank you.